Hello, this is Pastor Terry Goodman, and I want to welcome you to the Wesleyan Connection. This podcast is primarily for the clergy and laity of the Holston Annual Conference. Join with me now as I take a look around the connection and share some of the things happening in the churches of our annual conference. I want to welcome you to this special edition of the Wesleyan Connection. I'm calling it Conversations from Annual Conference. I've been in the process of running folks down and getting them to give me some short snippets of an interview here and there. And I'm going to begin with what I call my Man on the Street interview, where I, managed to get 6 clergy persons from various districts to just talk a little bit about what's happening in their church. Now, the quality of the sound is going to be a little bit different. I've got a small handheld microphone. It's windy outside. We're in front of Stewart. There's people talking in the background. So it's not going to be a studio quality kind of sound that you get from this particular recording. But I think that you will be glad that you have the opportunity to hear what is happening in these churches. As I said, the reason I began this podcast was so that we could learn about the ministries, the events, the activities of our annual conference. And for so long, I've concentrated mostly at the annual conference and district level. This week, I hope to get quite a few interviews that tell me what is happening at the local church level. And so I encourage you to listen back. I'll probably post several of these on and off during the time that we're together at annual conference, and hopefully have enough to do several weeks worth following annual conference. So I hope that you will enjoy this interview. In the interview, I talk with Alan Shupe, Ray Amos, and that's Ray Amos and his son, Ray Amos, as well, Jason McIntosh, Jeffery Tallent, and Robert Burlingham. So sit back and hope you enjoy the conversation. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, and it's about 15 minutes before the clergy session's scheduled to start, and I'm standing outside Stewart Auditorium, and we can hear that the crowd is beginning to fill up. Hey, Alan, come over this way. I am doing on-the-spot interviews right now for my podcast, The Wesleyan Connection. This is Alan Shupe I'm talking to.
Yes.
Where are you serving now, Alan?
I'm at Economy in Mount Airy United Methodist Church in the Morristown District.
You know, I've never served in the Morristown District, but I'm assuming it's probably as good as the other 11.
Yeah, I serve under King Ballard up there. Tom Ballard is he rules with an iron fist.
I'm sure that he does. Well, as we come to annual conference this year, what do you think some of the highlights are going to be?
Well, I don't know. Maybe preparing for the changes, denominational changes, and trying to read the shifting tides of the future. I look forward to celebrating our diversity with the worship services. It's always a high point. I'm just here to celebrate with everybody.
Well, tell me something that's going on at your churches. What's one of the things that you think a ministry that you would that you really feel is beginning to touch the ground and make some difference?
Well, I have the privilege of serving 2 congregations made up of largely older adult and older adult ministries. Has been a blessing to me to try to link into the special concerns there, and we've had some activities within the district, the older adult ministries, the upcoming Wild and Wonderful event is a popular event in the district and other districts.
Tell me about that one.
Well, Wild and Wonderful is a effort on our part to kind of bring in special speakers, and most recently at our spring fling, Bishop Ken Carter came and had a workshop dealing primarily with people who are struggling with the onset of Alzheimer's and those kind of situations.
Well, sounds like.
And it, the Wild and Wonderful event will be meaningful and entertaining as well. but just trying to cater to the needs of an aging population is rewarding. I find it very fulfilling.
Well, it sounds like some great things are going on there. I wish you luck, and everybody keep praying for those ministries.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the airtime there.
You're welcome. I'm sneaking up now on some folks here. We're in front of a loud air conditioner, but I have Raymond W. Amos and just Raymond Amos. Both of them I collectively refer to as Ray. And then we got Jason McIntosh, who I've never met before that I can remember.
Nice.
I'm Terry Goodman.
Good to meet you, Terry.
He's our spokesperson.
No. This is a Wesleyan podcast connection I'm making here. What's happening in y'all's lives? What's happening at your church, Ray?
Well, we are getting ready to have Bible school in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be hopefully a big community-wide event, and we're looking forward to it.
How about you, Jason?
Same thing. We just finished up Bible school last week, and it was great success. A lot of volunteers, a lot of kids, so we had a good time.
Well, you don't actually have a church anymore, do you? Or you're retired, but are you serving in church?
I'm not retired.
You're not retired? Man, oh man. I thought for sure I thought I saw you retired.
Fake news.
Well, where are you serving, Ray?
Elizabeth and First.
All right.
And we're having a ball.
Good. What's happening there this summer? What's your vacation Bible school going to be about?
It's going on this week.
Okay.
It's about camping, and it'll be happening long about now sometime. But it's a lot of good things going on up there.
Well, good. Thank y'all for sharing with me. I'm off to find another person. Speaking of, I'll just go right behind me here. This is Jeffery L. Tallent and Robert Burlingham. I'm doing an on-the-spot podcast for the Wesleyan Connection, which is a podcast that I run. Tell me about something happening at your church right now. This is Jeffery.
Yes, it is. At Ebenezer Circuit in Johnson City District. For the backpacks, for Liberia, the 4 small churches I have, 125 backpacks. And at
Awesome.
one time, I know the whole Johnson City District just had 534. That was like the day before we was loading up the truck. So I don't know what their final number was, but they get into missions. We had 600 and something pounds of food that we just took to, who'd we take it to?
I don't know. Is it different?
Harvest.
Harvest, okay.
Yes, they're in Greenville. So they do great in missions.
Good. How about you, Robert? Where are you serving?
Colonial Heights, Kingsport.
What's happening there?
Oh, just all kinds of things. Strategic plans working. We formed 5 new partnerships with area nonprofits. The latest one is with the Boys and Girls Club and with United Way of Greater Kingsport, doing a Read to Lead program for children rising first and second graders, and doing a day camp for kids rising first through sixth. It's all free. It's a great deal. Getting to meet new people. Coming out of our shell, about 800 people in the first quarter. Opportunities to introduce people to the love of Jesus Christ.
Well, thank you very much. I'll keep praying for your ministry. Well, that's sort of what's happening here at Stewart Auditorium. I'm going to have to end the broadcast for now because it's time to go inside and get one of the premier seats. The laity are coming out from their session, so we're going to be heading in as clergy here and conducting the clergy session prior to things beginning tonight.
This is Pastor Goodman. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Wesleyan Connection. Be sure to check back often for more podcasts.